Dear Diribe Welteji, congratulations. Am I happy? No, but am I sad? Definitely not. So, good morning, everyone. I want to congratulate our young star Diribe Welteji for winning second place yesterday after going up against Kipyegon. And the thing is, Kipyegon just won the Nike's women's 1500 meters race. Okay, so as an African, I want to congratulate you. And by the way, the picture we see on our screen is of Kipyegon and Diribe Welteji hugging. Kipyegon was here, she was surrounded by different athletes. They were congratulating her. So Diribe Welteji came over to where Kipyegon was because she wanted to say congratulations. She wanted to give her a hug, and she was so happy for her. So who am I to say that I'm not happy for you? But the thing is, us Ethiopians. I mean, as an Ethiopian, I don't even like it when we just win the gold. There is a phrase in Amharic that we say ለተቀማጭ ሰማይ ቀርቦ ነው. It's like, okay, I will try my best to translate this. The sky is near for a person who is just lying around, who is not doing anything. Because, I mean, if you're not even trying, you are probably not going to understand how hard it is for you to achieve something. I think that's how we translate it. I mean, if you're an Amharic speaker, you can try to translate it on my behalf, or try to do a better job than I did. So let's talk about phases. Kipyegon, I mean, what a woman you are. That was outstanding. That was extraordinary. That was just an amazing race. And the only thing I wish changed yesterday was, like, imagine if you were Ethiopian. I would have been so happy. But as a fellow African, congrats. As your fellow neighbor, congrats. But I hope the Ethiopians will make you pay in the future. I mean, it's 1500 meters. I grew up watching Haile Gebrselassie Daraartu when they were competing in 10,000 meters and 5,000 meters. So like 1500 meters, it's like, eh. But like we have the Welteji, like she won second place. Now we want her to win first place. So in this video, you guys might be wondering, okay, so what are you talking about? My plan was to share some of the facts or some of the things that were mentioned by the commentators before, during, and after Kipyegon's world record. So one thing they tried to remind us was the fact that Kipyegon tried to break the 4-minute mile barrier before in Paris. We all remember, not all, okay, at least most of us remember her racing with the Pacers. She tried it, she did not win, but she still tried, and they were commending her for even trying, which was such a great thing to do. And yesterday, like, she was all smiles. And they said, oh, she looks happier, more content. Yes, she did look happy and more content yesterday. And Kipyegon has this bubbly face that's just wins you over. And they also said she has this ease about her and goes into each and every race in this comfortable way. And yeah, I agree. And I love that about her. I mean, everything she does looks effortless. Even yesterday when she was running, like she was running to break the world record. You guys should see me running. That's why we say, for a person who's lying down or who's just sitting around, the sky is near. In reality, the sky is literally like in a far, far away. I was going to mention galaxy, but let me go back to Kipyegon. So this is the quote they mentioned twice. At least I heard it twice. Maybe they said it more than 2 times. So they said, Kipyegon says, our limits are only limited by our minds. They said that, and she was able to achieve what she wanted to yesterday. She broke the world record, and she broke that 4-minute barrier. So after this, we can say anything is possible. The thing is, Kipyegon is like, we are only limited by our minds. So I will share what they said at the end. They said such a beautiful phrase at the end of her race after she broke the record, so I will share that later. And the other thing they said was, there is no stopping her, and I agree. No one was able to stop her yesterday. I mean, the gap between her and Diribe Welteji was huge. Yeah. So another thing they mentioned is the fact that, okay, so all the all the women that competed yesterday, they are all medalists. They are all medalistas. It's one of the tongue twisters. I don't like this word. Okay, so they all won medals before, including, and we also had Fraueni Hailu. Like, I expected Fraueni to get on the podium, but again, we failed in that department as a nation. So I feel like we should work hard. Yeah. And another great contender was Jess Hall. She was right behind Faith Kipyegon, and she was about to snatch the silver medal. And at that point, at first, at first, of course, we're going for the green flag. We call it, yeah. What do we call it? Arangwadi Golf. So we're going for that. At least as a person who is sitting on our couch or sitting on the chair and talking about it. So we're waiting for that. But when that doesn't happen, what we expect is, for you to get the gold. That did not happen. So at least I expected Fraueni to get the silver or the bronze, and she did not get on the podium. So Jess Hall, I think her full name is Jessica Hall, she was right behind Faith Kipyegon. She was about to take the silver medal. But and that's one of the reasons why I'm happy for Diribe Welteji, because this was such a tough competition, and this is what I feel like Faith Kipyegon was talking about. Our limits. I'm trying. Yeah, our limits are only limited by our minds. See, so I feel like Diribe Welteji was not limited by her mind. So the 23-year-old Ethiopian, and yeah, that is Diribe Welteji. So Jessica had predicted that Diribe Welteji will be running very fast in yesterday's race, and I feel like Diribe Welteji did exactly that. She ran, she tried her best, and I'm glad that she was able to win second place. So at the end, it was between, before the end, it was between Kipyegon and Jessica Hall, but Faith Kipyegon, she just stormed forward, and not only was she able to win the race, she was able to break the world record. So after she won, they again repeated her quote, our limits are only limited by our minds. And I'm going to read it. The woman who said our limits are only limitless by our minds seems limitless. Just imagine someone describing your performance as limitless, because the 4 minute, it was the limit. It was literally the limit. And she said, nope, I'm doing it below 4 minutes, the 4 minutes mile barrier, and she did that. So one of the things they commended the athletes was when they went over to where Faith Kipyegon was, when they were congratulating her, when they were, giving her a hug, and they said, this is the camaraderie of the women's 1500 meters. It really has become an event that is known as the friendly event. They truly appreciate each other. And it warmed my heart. I'm a very competitive person. I don't run, but I wanted to be better about it. But at some point, Faith Kipyegon is one of those athletes where you cannot admire her, her resilience, and her ease. Her ease is what is so inspiring. It's like I mean, her face says, you can do it all. You don't have to stress about it. Just take it easy and everything will come through. I feel like that's what she's trying to tell us. So, uh, you know, the headlines, they were predicting Face Kipyegon. Of course, they thought Face Kipyegon was going to win. She won, but the only question they had was, will she be able to break the world record? That was it, and she did. So I think they said that women's 1500 meter certainly lived up to the hype. I agree. I do. I do agree. And my favorite part from this race was when the commentator announced her breaking the record. He was so energetic. By the way, I'm tired right now. I wish I had more energy to match his. But he was like, what a way to finish the Nike Classic. I think that's what he said. And like he yeah, he was happy to say the least. So um congratulations, I guess. Not I guess, congratulations. No, she deserves it. I think we should all look up to her. Our limits are only limited by our minds. I think that's what she said. So everyone is happy. Oh, every Kenyan, let me rephrase it that way. Every Kenyan is happy. And as an Ethiopian, I will say, let's do more. Let's try to challenge the Kenyans. Yeah, let's do that. But today and yesterday, they deserve to be happy. But I hope our turn will come real soon. That will be it for today. See you in the next video.